Good morning. It is now officially the 30th of June, and I can't understand what is wrong with Victoria. Oh my goodness. Being an ex-Victorian myself, I can't help but feel nothing but suffering and pain and sympathy for the people down in Victoria. With what Dan Andrews is doing to, the number of people that are coming, how they're going to be housed, how they're going to be treated versus the independent citizen. That's the tax-paying citizen when I mean independent. And then you're looking at all of the changes to the state legislations for the privacy, for the free speech, freedom of movement, then non-surveillance, all of that. It's just insane. But then he's a UN city, isn't he? And this came through this morning. Now, they're really, really targeting the animals. So online, they're targeting the children with the transgender type stuff. And they're targeting the animals as in they cause disease. They're spend wasteful creatures, and perhaps they're destroying all the native wildlife because they've got a whole heap again. It started with all the culling of all the feral cats and all the traps that they were setting to try to stop them, because they're saying, one cat kills 15,000 animals. Native wildlife creatures throughout its lifetime. You've got to, in Victoria, you have to keep your cat indoor at night, and it must be council-y. You must register your cat with the council. It's all about money, making money and seeing who has what, and the fines. My sister, her cat would get picked up quite often, and the fines are astronomical, and they will destroy your cat if you don't pay the fines. So it is all about money. It's nothing to do with the environment. So to see this, pets to be counted in Australia's first census. There you go. Unbelievable. And look at that. The cat's made out, what is he? It looks like a greyhound. Looks like dressed up for Mardi Gras. But anyway, this is once again, and the reason I had the rant on Victoria's dictator Dan is because this is Victoria that's introducing this, the first state in Australia to do it. You won't be counted 2 by 2 by Victoria's very feathered and scaly friends, but they'll be the focus of the first pet census. Basically, they're saying that the number of incidents of people purchasing pets since the COVID pandemic has gone from 61% to 69%, and that they are concerned that the animals aren't being maintained and well cared for. And it costs an awful lot of money to have a pet, and people, in this economic climate where people are now potentially looking at being homeless, their children are no longer able to go to the social and sporting events that they used to because it's just too expensive, because they need to put the money into the food, the rent, the mortgage, the car repayment, the school fees, whatever it is, and the poor pets will be left behind. So they're now saying that he's introduced has set up $610,000 from the Victoria state budget, which is taxpayers' money, remember, with the state agriculture minister to see what they can do to deal with the animal welfare reforms and deal with all of that. So they're looking at finding ways to kill your animals, and then they will, of course. With the cows, we've got the lumpy cow disease, and with the sheep, they'll probably have something to do. They're talking about trying to genetically modify the sheep so that they don't have a tail, because the tail is where, a dag. When you call someone a dag here in Australia, when I was growing up, you'd call them like a fool. You're a bit silly. You're a dag. Don't take this person seriously. They're a bit of a buffoon. But it was a kind comment. And when you actually looked up what a dag was, it was the poop that comes out of a cow's rear end that gets stuck to the fur on its tail. And it looks quite weird. It just hangs at its rear end, this hard crusted poop. And that's what a dag was. So you're calling someone hard shit. Anyway, but in an affectionate way. So to see all of this is quite horrible. I don't agree with any of it, but, I'm just glad that I'm not in Melbourne. As I said, I probably, here we go here. 2-minute read. Wow. Right here. Plan to kill hundreds of cats. Let's go on to it. Here we go. And this came out 2 days ago. And of course, it's the cat. Dogs, they're going to target dogs because China has come up with its first mRNA vaccine for rabies. Yes, you can look into that yourself if you're interested. So, this is Western Australian government, which is also a left Labor government, I think. But didn't the Premier, didn't he resign recently? Wouldn't be nice if someone in Victoria did that, but anyway. So they're using this machine again, which is like a trap. It's a bait. The animal goes and tries to eat it. It sprays this sticky gel substance on them. They try to remove it by licking themselves. Yes, we've seen this. We've seen this rubbish. And they were doing this in one of the little islands in between Australia and in between mainland of Australia and Tasmania, not Kangaroo Island, one of those islands down there where their feral cats are isolated. So they wanted to see how effective it was. I think I did a video on it. They wanted to see how effective it was. And of course, nobody's bringing more cats that are multiplying through the area, so they could see. And obviously it was quite effective. But there was a concern, and they had to stop it from memory. There was a concern that some of the native species, the little wallabies, etc., might mistake the bait and might die. And we're trying to protect them and inadvertently killing them. So, yeah. But anyway, so they're trying all of this again, and they're going to roll this out. Here they go. Yeah, feral cats wreak a devastating toll. And they do. So you've got to be a responsible pet owner. But, I don't know what to say to all of this. Unfortunately, it's a dog-eat-dog world. And, well, you can't blame the person that has the cat, that purchases a cat, Having pets as a child shows great empathy and care and support, and it teaches you to be grown up. That, everything has a meaning, everything has feelings and emotions and needs and wants. And it's very good for creating character and responsibility in a child, even if it's a goldfish. Something is totally reliant on you to exist, just like a baby. And so it's a try before you buy for some kids. But anyway, the state will spend $7.6 million over 5 years on its crackdown, and that's just Western Australia. And the story continues, so you can go back and have a look at that if you want to. I'll post the link in the video. But anyway, look after yourself, look after your family, look after your friends, and please look after your dear darling animals, because they are targeting our animals. They either want them dead or they want them had some sort of treatment, because there is, and I don't know if I don't think I did a video. I thought, no, other people will find out about it. They're actually doing a vaccination for cats, so you don't have to sterilise the cat. They don't have to be spayed. You just give them a needle, and the female ones only, and it stops them from producing eggs. So whatever they're doing, they're trying to get this technology into our pets and into ourselves. But anyway, take care. Godspeed to all.
It makes me